I know this is a bad camera, can't really tell, but that's a full moon right there, and that's the reason we're doing what we're doing today. Welcome back. We're out here on the kayak, as you can see, and today we're going to be doing basically just some fishing. I don't really know what today holds. I'm not going off any reports, or I don't have an inkling on where the fish are. I haven't been out in this particular area for a long time, so we're just going to come out here and see what we can do. So it's January, the water's cold, and I don't have any particular plan in mind other than this phrase that I'm going to coin now, and I think I'm just going to claim this as my own motto, that when you're fishing during the winter, especially for California halibut, the water's colder, you gotta fish low and slow. And what I mean by that is, one, if you're trolling or drifting, you just want to basically go a little bit slower than you would normally do, work the areas methodically. And then two, what I mean by low is deeper. So typically during the winter months when the water's colder, in my opinion, I don't have any data to back this up, but I think that a lot of the California halibut, they just go out deeper than they normally do during the summertime. When the water's warmer, they come in shallower. So anyways, that's the only somewhat of a plan that I have, is to fish lower and slower. And also, I guess my other plan is to catch some live bait. But another problem with fishing during these winter months is finding bait can be much more challenging than during the summertime when the water's warmer. There's usually more bait around, more life. It doesn't even matter what kind of bait you're looking for, just it seems like all life is more active during the summer months, especially at least in the Bay Area. Right now I'm just kind of motoring around looking for signs of life, kind of see what's going on. There's quite a few birds in the water actually, but from what I can see so far, they're not really feeding. They're just kind of sitting around. I don't know, almost looks like they're waiting for something to happen. A little pro tip: if you're ever just looking for bait and you can't find anything, leave your sabiki in the water while you're paddling around or pedaling around or even motoring around. As long as you're not going super fast, there's a chance that something will pick it up, like a smelt, mackerel, sardine, something like that, some kind of tasty bait fish. Something. I don't know, this doesn't feel promising. I have a feeling this is a rockfish. Yep, rockfish. I see some birds diving way off in the distance out there. So, it's kind of far, especially on a kayak. If I was in a boat, I would just shoot right over there, but in a kayak, it's probably going to take me, I don't know, it's pretty far, at least 15-20 minutes to get over there. But that's all we have to go off of for now, so we got to go chase that. What's crazy is there's some birds that dive down super deep, but I think sea otters must also be able to dive down pretty deep, because I'm right next to a sea otter here, and I'm in 130 feet of water, and I'm pretty sure they're not picking up stuff in the middle of the water column. Whatever they're getting is on the bottom. So it must have dove down 130 feet to pick up whatever snack I could hear him cracking the shell on his stomach. That might be something good. Please, please, please. Yes, that is what we want. See, squirting water over the place? That is one of the top baits for California halibut, in my humble opinion. I caught a lot of big fish on these squid right here. That is what I wanted. So that's what I was referring to at the beginning of this video. I was showing you the full moon, and the reason why the full moon is important is because these squid actually spawn on the full moon. So when the full moon happens, I don't know if it's like a couple days before to a couple days after, I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, that's when these squid come out and they all spawn. I'm not really sure why they spawn on the full moon. Maybe it's because of the light they have at night, I'm not sure. But anyways, it's a good time to come out and catch squid, even if it's off season. Like we're in January right now, there's not a ton of squid. Your best chance to catch them is typically during these full moon times. So I'm gonna put as many squid as I can in this bait tank right here. I mean, squid are great bait, but if I can get a few extra to take home and eat for myself, that would be ideal, because I like eating squid too. Oh, mackerel. Take that. Yep. Got him. And I'm putting them in my bait tank here. If you haven't seen this before, this is a bait shark bait tank, and it's super, you know, I really prefer it on the kayak. It's very portable, you know, very light. Obviously it's just essentially a piece of plastic with, you know, a floating piece of foam on there. This is actually a new version of it, definitely more robust and sturdy, more improved version of the original that I had. I think that this might even be version 3. You know, obviously way more way lighter than any, you know, powered bait tank that you're gonna have that has batteries, wires, all that stuff. And basically the idea behind this is it's like a traditional bait tank with like holes in it. You can see it's got slots right here for you know, water circulation, but it's got this flotation device on it, and what that allows you to do is just sit in the water like so, and when you're moving on a kayak, you know, if you're pedaling or power, it doesn't matter, it's a lot more aerodynamic, so it's not gonna hold you back. And yeah, super nice. It's got this little lid, you just throw your bait in, you're stuck in there all day, and anytime you have it in the water, that water's constantly circulating through those slots on the bottom there, and so those baits in there will stay nice and fresh, nice and lively. And obviously the livelier your bait is, the better chance usually you have of catching some fish. If you're planning on doing any live bait fishing from the kayak, I highly recommend getting something like this to keep your baits nice and fresh. Yep, here we go. Tiny squid. Well, sun's peeking out, starting to warm up a little bit, and we're out pretty deep out here. 130 feet of water. I wouldn't normally fish this deep, but like I said earlier, low and slow. So we're gonna start out this deep, probably work our way in a little bit more shallow, and yeah, drop these squid down. I also got one sardine. Let's see if it's still alive in here. These are traditionally the hardest baits to keep alive. But I'm gonna put one in the back, one in the nose. Drop that down there. We'll get him down while he's still fresh. We'll start drifting. All right, halibut, here we come. So I'm letting it down a little bit slower than I normally would, and that's because with those bait fish, sometimes they can start getting tangled up and really tangle you up big time. If you drop them down too fast, that bait can come back around and tangle around your main line. So if you just let it down a little bit slower, usually helps prevent any of those line tangles. Just gonna drag it ever so slightly along the bottom there. Hope a halibut comes by and picks it up. And then I'm gonna put one on this side with a live squid. Just slowly drift those along the bottom. Obviously those halibut, their bottom, you know, they're sitting on the bottom most of their life, so we want to get down there in tight where they'll be feeding. And hopefully if we get lucky, we'll come across one that just happens to be awake. We'll come up, boom, gulp up that squid or the sardine, and then yeah, that'll be the deal. Oh, something's on the side. Got him. Got him. I'm not sure what this is. Might be halibut. Oh no, it's not a halibut. Oh, look at that. It's a whitefish. Well, we don't see these in Bay Area very often. Wasn't expecting to find this out here, but I don't think we can keep this. I think this is part of the rockfish family, so I think you can only keep these during rockfish season. So we'll let this one go. Cool catch. I don't think I've ever caught one of those in the Bay Area. Something may have this again. Yep, something's got this. Not sure what this one is. Maybe halibut? Whatever it was came up and grabbed it because it wasn't on the bottom. I mean, it wasn't on the top either. It's still pretty far down there. Nope, it's a ling. Ling cod. There we go. Look at that guy. That hook out. This one's super fat. I think this one's pregnant. Normally during this time we have a rockfish closure, and that's because this is like spawning season for rockfish and ling cod, stuff like that. So even though we had a special closure this year, in addition to that, this would be normally not time to catch those ling cod anyways. Let's see if we can get off the rock. We don't want to be on rocks, we want to be on sand. So I think we might have drifted over some rocks. Might maybe move a little bit. See if we can find us a sandy area. All right, back in action. I got this new gaff from Promar. I want to use it on a big halibut. So let's try and find halibut. We don't want any more, no more rockfish. Gotta eat my good luck donut. Today we have a glazed buttermilk. Probably my second favorite to a chocolate buttermilk, but they didn't have that this morning, so I'm going with the glazed. Got him. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a halibut. That's got to be a halibut. Got those traditional halibut head shakes. Look at that. I didn't even get. It took like 2 bites out of the donut, and it was already working its good luck magic. Yep, this has got some weight to it. Serious weight on this fish. This is not my preferred. This is not my preferred side to gaff the fish on. I much prefer to gaff it on this side, but we'll see. I think this is a big halibut. Big halibut. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I think I want to bring them on this side. So let's see if we can do the old switcheroo. Okay. Okay, got them on the preferred side. Let's get our gaff ready. We're fishing pretty deep, so we still got a little ways to go, but it doesn't hurt to get the gaff ready. Look at that. Never been used before. Look at that. That point is super sharp. It's a little bit heavier rod than I would traditionally use for halibut. The reason I have that is because we were fishing a little bit deeper today. I knew we were going to be out deeper, so using a little more weight, just a little bit heavier setup overall. 20 feet right now. Good color. Yep, big halibut. Big halibut. So with halibut, they're fairly easy fish to gaff, but you want to get them out flat next to the kayak so that you have a good, easy target to hit. This is the 3-foot gaff with the 3-inch. Okay, hold on. Gotta focus. We'll talk about the gaff in a second. He almost tangled up with his bait tank. That would have been bad. But luckily we avoided that. Let's see if we can get him in. This is a solid fish. Biggest one I've caught in a while. got him. Big one. Big halibut. Big January halibut, and my other rod's going off right now. Something's on it. Am I doubled up on halibut? Yep, I got another fish on this one. I don't know what it is. We'll have to deal with that in a second. Look at this. That rod's doubled over. Honestly, it kind of looks like a halibut. I'm not sure. Make sure my drag's not too tight. Yeah, that kind of looks like a halibut. And then I got one on the gaff right here. All right, I got to put this one on the stringer. Before I do anything, I'm just going to put them on the stringer and put them in my kill bag. Yeah, I think I got a halibut on this side. I don't want to leave them over the edge because there's a lot of seals around here. They might come and grab them. This one just come off. This one might just come off. Yeah, I think that one just came off. That's okay. Okay. Perfect gaff shot. This is the 3 foot by 3 inch hook gaff. And they make a wide variety of different sizes. Honestly, this is a little bit longer than the traditional kayak gaff that you would use, but I like to have one with a little bit longer handle just in case you need to reach down a little farther and get them. But yeah, this is a nice one. Probably 35 or so inches. I think I had another one on this side, but that one looks like it came off, so let's just take care of this one. All right, here we go. Look at that. Look at that, he's tensing up. All right, there we go. Solid halibut. Probably, I'm gonna guess he's like 33, 32, 33 inches, something like that. We'll throw him on the board here in a second. Dang, it's too bad this one came out. I'm pretty sure I was doubled up on halibut there. You know, only got 2 hands, so I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, 30, maybe 34 and a half. Something like that, I don't know. Either way, nice fish, especially for this time of year. The bite can be tough. But we found one. Actually, I think we found 2. I'm pretty sure this had a halibut on it. But, you know, I had to deal with this one, so unfortunately that one wiggled free. We'll make sure to bonk this one and bleed him, and then we'll drop it back down. I mean, we haven't been fishing for that long, honestly. So let's see if we can drop back down and find another one. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. I did a halibut challenge last year. If you follow the channel, you might already know about it, but I tried to catch a California halibut keeper from my kayak in at least one in every month of the year, and somehow we got it done. A few months were really close, almost the last day. I think twice I got down to the second to last day. I don't think I ever had to go on the last day, but you know, we're cutting it close a little bit. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it going and try it again this year, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep the streak going, see how long I can get it going. So this is now January, by the way. I know this video is coming out in February, but let me just show you. I know some people are gonna ask already, so I don't know if you can see that on there. The date, January 26th. For anyone who didn't believe me. Under the surface, whatever it is. Maybe it's not small. What is this? This could be anything. Is this a bird? Yep, it's a bird. There's only one way we can end this quickly. If we cooperate, work together. Okay. Alright. Okay. Could have gone a lot worse. And if you're interested in any of the gear that I was using, I'll leave those linked in the description. Like I said before, I have some promo codes for some of this stuff, so don't forget to use that when you're checking out. Save a little bit of money. Hold on. All right, setting our cameras back up. I literally put everything away. I was packing up all my gear. You know, I always leave out a rod. It seems like, I feel like if you're a real fisherman, the last thing you take out is your fishing rods. Just on the off chance that, you know, on the way in, something happens. And that's exactly what happened today. Sometimes I wait, I put the cameras away last because, you know, obviously I'm trying to get everything on camera, but today I don't know, for some reason I was putting the camera away first, and on the way back, I think this is a halibut. Something picked up my live bait. This is on one of the little mackerel actually. I didn't have any squid left. Yeah, it's a halibut. Get to use the gaff again. Yes, that's a perfect eater. I'm not going commercial. All right, here we go. Got him. That's the limit. Wanted to come out today and catch some for myself, and that's exactly what we did. Well, I already did my outro, but I think I got to do it again now. So scratch the first one, and there it is. That's a limit. Not just one, but 2 California halibut in January of 2024, and that's 13 consecutive months that I've caught California halibut. So we'll see how long that lasts. If you want to get any of the gear I use in this video, like I said before, I have a promo code for a couple of things, the bait tank and anything from Promar. I'll leave all that information linked in the description. But yeah, California halibut. Doesn't matter what time of year, always a possibility in the Bay Area. So if you want it, you gotta try hard for it sometimes, but if you try hard enough, you can find them. So we'll wrap this up, take care of these fish, head on in and get ready for the next adventure. I appreciate all of you for watching, and until the next one, let's start hitting the gym a little bit more.